Whoa. Picking up speed. Hi guys, put a rubber band on it time. On my main channel, Grandad is an Old Man, I just did a charity shop gold or garbage video where I opened this Meccano box, which was priced at £4.99, but I didn't pay £4.99 because I got them to open it in the shop and demonstrate that the majority of the bits were missing. So we haven't got all the bits for making all these wonderful machines, but I'm going to combine it with this kit which I bought quite a while ago, which is also missing the majority of the bits. And I'm going to try and make a little car out of it that I can power with a rubber band and use these gears so that we have a twisted rubber band turning that, and that will be turning the gear, turning the axle. I did a boat like it recently. I'll just lift the camera up. That one there's got an outboard motor on it, rubber band powered. Well, this time we'll just make an ordinary boat from it. Not ordinary boat, ordinary car from it. Same principle, twisted rubber band, turning a gear, but this time we'll just turn an ordinary axle with wheels on it. First, the good news. I managed to find 4 Meccano wheels. Then the bad news, we haven't got any axles, or at least none that are big enough. I've got these really short ones, but we've got no long ones left. Next bad news, we simply haven't got enough of these bits to actually make the body or the chassis. That's all we've got. Got no more long ones. Good news, I'll use a bit of wood. So that's going to be my body. I'm going to have to sort out some way of making some axles. Those would work, although I need them to grip. I don't want them to be freewheeling. Front ones can freewheel, but the back ones we need to grip so we can put a gear on the axle. We also need something to align the gear with the axle. The best ones I've already used on the boat over there. Alright, well I'll sort through the bits, see what I can find. Third thing we need is one of those short axles. We need to drill a hole in it so we can attach a rubber band to it. Put a wire loop through it and then we can attach a rubber band to it. Okay, bit of a shopping list there of bits to find. Bit of measuring. I've drilled the holes for the back axle brackets. So I'll screw them in place. Got a set of, I think these are, what are these, 4mm, 5mm? Don't know. Poundlands, finest, they'll do. Next task is to align the gear. Drill some holes in that bracket to hold it in place in the right position. Also, we want to stop the rubber band, which will be pulling on here, from just pulling that straight out. So I've got this electrical connector, or chocolate block as I like to call them, which if we push that right the way through and screw it in, I'll cut the plastic casing off, it's just a brass insert in there, and that should fit in there quite nicely and stop it being pulled off. And then I need to drill a hole in here so we can put a little bit of wire through there, a wire loop to connect the rubber band on. So I'll drill a hole through there, cut the plastic off there, and position this in exactly the right position. That's our assembly. So this can still pull off the end, but the actual shaft can't be pulled out. Now I'll bend up a paper clip to go through that little hole that I've drilled so we can attach the rubber band. Drilled the holes for the whatever we call that, gear assembly. I've also drilled a hole there for something to connect the rubber band onto at the front, and one hole there for the front axle, so that if we need to adjust the steering a bit we can just turn it. I'll do it up tight, but we'll still be able to move it if we need to. Nearly there. All we need is a rubber band to go up the middle and bend a paper clip and put it through that little hole. You might notice I'm using much larger rubber bands than I normally use because it needs a lot more torsional strength than I normally get from those lightweight rubber bands. So these are quite a bit thicker. I've got a double lot on there at the moment. I've put this one there ready in case I need 3 lots, but I think it's going to run on 2. So you can see it's a double thickness at the moment. So I'll take this one off and just see how we get on with just the double thickness. Right, we can wind it up just by turning the wheel backwards. It's going to take a bit of a while to wind it up enough though, so I won't make you watch all of it. All wound up, so we'll see how straight we go. I noticed the front left wheel is hardly touching the ground. I think that's possibly well, it might be the torsion of the rubber band, or it might quite simply be that bit of wood's twisted anyway. Okay, so, well, we did about 6 meters then, but I can wind it up quite a bit more. I've no idea how far to wind it. There should still be quite a bit on there. Yeah, there's still quite a bit on there. I haven't tried lubricating anything to reduce the friction, but with that many twists on it, it really ought to still be going. Yeah, might need a little bit of lubrication on the axle joints, that sort of thing. Anyway, I'll wind it up again and we'll have another go. Whoa, I wound it up a bit more then. That went like a rocket, didn't it? I'll better make sure that when it goes the other way we don't hit the windows. I'll go and put some protection up there. Well, if this goes anything like as fast on the way back, I'm not going to be able to run backwards fast enough. Whoa, going off to the right, left I mean. Let's adjust that a bit. Okay. There we go again. Probably going to go to my left, it's right. Picking up speed. Well, it works. Summary time. What have we got? We've got a rubber band powered car made from bits of Meccano from an incomplete set that I bought in a charity shop. Most of the useful bits were missing. So what we've actually got that I've used here was the gear. That's what I really wanted anyway, was the gearing, so I could do this sort of rubber band powered car. Twisted rubber, turning the gear, that turns the gear on the axle, that drives the car forwards. There were a few more bits, but nothing like what was supposed to be in the box. There was supposed to be an electric motor in there for a start, and that wasn't there. But the car works. So there we go. Still got loads of wines left on there. So we can get a good picture for the thumbnail. Yeah, that way. Or do we want it the other way? Yeah, that'll do. So that'll be our thumbnail. Job done.